Hello, everyone. I'm doing this another day this week. I thought I was going to wait until next week. I'm Darlene Corbett, the Unstuck expert. Why today? As I often say, why not? I had a little bit more time and I thought, I really enjoyed getting back on live yesterday. So I thought, let's continue on that theme of celebration. Again, if you didn't see the rocket launch and the safe arrival of the Bezos crowd, I highly encourage you to do so. It's not that it was unique, but it was unique for this particular time and how easy it was that they arrived back safely. And the fact that we continue to innovate and risk take. It's just amazing. And I talk about it today because I want to discuss our uniqueness. We have to find balance between group and individual. It's always a fine line. I was in a group practice many years ago that was unique. You didn't see anything like it. And we were always talking about the tug of war between what's good for the group, what's good for the individual. And we really were allowed to be our unique selves within the confines of the group. So it was great. And I don't think there's ever been a practice like that before where we were all equal partners. And maybe there won't be one again. Who knows? I talk about it because I want to celebrate our uniqueness. We are living in times where there's a lot of need to, for some people, should I say, suppress their thoughts, suppress their ideas, being falsely accused if they just can remotely, just slightly, should I say, go against a particular way of thinking. Well, I'm not talking about any of that. I want to talk about our uniqueness. And our uniqueness is the fact we all know we have our own DNA, identical twins. They share that, but they have their own fingertips. I talk about it because I want people to celebrate all the days of their lives of being able to invite their unique gifts to come forward. There are some things, as we know, that we have to let go of. They belong to our youth. But there are other things we can discover. And I hear so many people, it's too late, I'm too old, this, that. No. And I want to use myself as an example. And you may say, well, who cares? There's nothing unique about me in terms of being outstandingly special. Yes, I'm unique. But my belief is using any gifts or any skills or anything we have to continue to go forward, to ward off the abyss, to ward off what's going to happen if I die soon because I'm getting older. I am getting older. But I want to invite people to go inward and recognize we are living in times where the baby boomers paved the way, whether it be their own vanity, their own narcissism, that they don't want to get old. They want to grow older, but not get old. And I talk about this in my article, Invisible, Part 1. It's on Biz Catalyst 360. Thank you, Dennis Patoko, again. But I want you to think about the fact that if you give up on some things, okay, you may have to close the door. But what unique gifts lie within you unexplored? And I'll use myself as an example. I've been a therapist my whole adult life, probably even before. I also became a writer and a speaker in my 50s. Now, I spoke before, but I had anxiety. I spoke in front of grand rounds of physicians twice way back in my 40s. I shook before. I was fine when I got on there. My husband, I said to him, why am I doing this? He said, why are you doing this if it's causing that much angst? But I pushed through and I did it and it went really well. And I decided I fell in love with speaking. Went to Toastmasters, so on and so forth. I also am doing new things. I decided to write some stories. There's nothing, I do believe every human being has creativity. It may be displayed in different ways. So I invite people to celebrate your uniqueness. If you're sitting here saying, there's nothing special about me, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that, it's too late. No. Mindset, unique mindset, instrument of hope. So I want you to celebrate your unique gifts and say, maybe there is something there I'd like to do, or I haven't explored since I was young and I still could explore. A volunteering expedition, a writing, a story, or just writing something. It doesn't have to be writing, art, music, learning chess, learning a foreign language, which I am attempting, and it is not an easy feat. I don't get to do it every day. But anyway, I just want to celebrate uniqueness of every human being. and tap into that gift that's within. There's much unfairness in the world. Some people's gifts have been suppressed because they've been oppressed. I know, I'm a therapist. I've seen situations where the most horrible things happen to children and even to adults. But once you're free, and you will get free, you will grow up eventually. It's childhood, and you will be able to overcome. But you have to use this. And then once you reset that mindset to get unstuck, and it's never too late, there's a science behind it, research behind it. But once you reset that mindset to get unstuck, you can say to the world, watch out. Look, here I come. Even if you're 85, I'm telling you, I read about a 90-year-old woman that went to Toastmasters, 95, and her depression lifted. How about that? All right, until whenever again. I'd say next week. It's probably next week, but who knows? We'll see.